Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
59. Mike's 59. I got it. Mike's 59. Here we go.
Ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on second down. Cummins looking here for Smith downfield. He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
And the Saints first down.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The second down pass, complete to Tre'Quan Smith.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Cummins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Mike 59. Mike 59.
From the gun, Cummins. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
They go play action. Mariota steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To try again after the sack. Mariota, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
That's the way.
Operating from the gun, Cummins. And Josh Hill has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Right there, 56. Get him, get him, get him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Looking to throw. Cummins. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
Here we go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this one complete to Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
That's what I do.
Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
That's how we do, dude.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Saints 14, Panthers 3.
Let's go.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
90, Wolf.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cummins. And he hits his man, Matthews. A good pickup there at 22.
Complete to Jordan Matthews. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Saints.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Cummins drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cummins. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds. Ruled incomplete here. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Cummins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. 1st down, Mariota. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Scarlett. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 55, Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
This is Scarlett on the carry, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, Mariota. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
Touchdown, New Orleans. T.Y. Hilton, 76 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota now. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, Cummins. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cummins. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cummins. They're going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line.
We go! 30 base.
Here we go, again.
Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They come up in an offset eye, facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Here's McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check right 47. Check, 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 check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go.
They hand off to their big tight end. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Both ready. Rip right, rip right.
Throwing on second down. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rip left, rip left.
Mariota from the gun on third down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check, 47.
To throw is Mariota. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Thomas has got it, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Dan Arnold. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. 8, read.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, check, 59. It's a party now.
5.
They'll run on first down. Smith, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Cummins. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
From the gun, Cummins. They complete it to Hill. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the attempt at three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Mariota. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Cummins looking deep for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Check 56. I got him.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Blue draw Corkers.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Shoot!
To throw on second down. Cummins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the carry, here's Smith. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Y'all not ready.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.